Hey, hey, Selma community. Welcome to another episode of Talk Soup. I'm Dr. Avis Williams, the proud superintendent for Selma City Schools. And today we have a special treat for you because you see all of these smiling faces. Smile, everybody. Hey, everybody. We've got a team here today to share Project Safe with you. But before we get to that, hi, Courtney. How you doing, C-Dub?
Hello, Doc. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. It's been a crazy, busy week, but we are here, and I'm so grateful and happy to be back here with you again this week.
Absolutely. And so I know our viewers missed us last week. I know they're probably coming off of a depression because we did not do Talk Soup last week because we had our strategic planning summit last week. And yes, I hope you guys were able to watch that and to tune in to learn all about the updates to our strategic plan and to learn a little bit more about some additions to our strategic plan. And actually, that's what we're going to talk about today in part. One of the things we focused on was looking at each of the areas of our framework for excellence, but also the fact that we're adding an area 5. And that area 5 is called safety and wellness. And we've got a celebrity here with us today, Dr. Elisa Smiley. You all may know her as the co-lead for area 5 of our strategic plan. And we also have Dr. Ozella Ford, who you may all know as our chief academic officer for Team Selma. And then we've got the amazing team members from Project Safe. And SAFE is our student advocacy framework for equity. And this fits so nicely within area 5 of our strategic plan, which is safety and wellness. So I'm going to introduce Dr. Ford first, and I know she's going to introduce the team members, and we are all going to learn more about Project Safe and just the resources and supports that this will provide our scholars and families. Hey, Dr. Ford.
Hello, how are you all?
Doing great. How are you?
Great.
Awesome. And this is an amazing Thursday. It's been a busy but productive Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you've got a team here, and I know we're going to talk about Project Safe. Can you just kind of give us just the overview of what Project Safe is, and then we can dig into some of the particulars?
Okay, awesome. So before starting, I'm going to ask each team member to please introduce yourself, starting with Ms. Evans.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm Kenyatta Evans. I'm the district mental health coordinator.
Welcome.
Dr. Smiley.
I'm Dr. Smiley, the district's behavior interventionist.
Hey, guys.
Dr. Powell.
I'm William Powell, Director of Secondary Education.
Awesome.
Mr. Ramus.
Uh-oh, Mr. Raymond, you're out too.
Oh, why can't we hear her? She's at the Theme Academy. I like her background.
Me too.
Well, Mr. Ramus has been just an amazing part of the team. So we'll get her technical issues taken care of so we can hear her in a bit. What about you, Ms. Burton? How are you?
Hi, I'm well today. I'm Concetta Burton, Director of Teacher and Leader Development for the district.
Awesome sauce.
Ms.
Welcome,
Burton.
everybody.
Hey, thank you, team. We're going to go ahead and just get started and jump in. And I'm going to ask the team at some point also to please jump in. Project Safe, as you heard Dr. Williams allude to, is our student advocacy framework for excellence. For excellence and equity. And in looking at Project Safe, we developed 5 tenets that this committee has been working on, as well as additional members from each of our schools. And in doing so, basically, we've worked on Project Safe to ensure that our student voices are heard. We wanted to amplify our student voices throughout each school and the community so that we're able to make sure that our educational processes include what is best for our students. There are 5 components of Project Safe. The first one is tiered instruction. And in tiered instruction, we looked at the various academic programs to ensure that we're meeting the needs of all of our scholars. The second component we have in Project SAFE is, of course, the one that addresses mental health. And Ms. Doremus, I see Ms. Randolph has joined us as well.
Hey, Ms. Randolph. Welcome, welcome. And Ms. Randolph is our amazing coordinator for early and social and emotional learning. And I know SEL is woven throughout Project SAFE. So definitely looking forward to hearing more about that too.
And so with that, with the second tenet covering, of course, mental health and SEL, and in particular, student advisory, I'm going to ask Ms. Randolph and Mr. Ramus to just share some information about what you all have been working on.
You're muted, Ms. Randolph.
I'm sorry. We are so excited about our student advisory because it gives the students a chance to have that one-to-one talk and build those relationships with their teachers as well as their peers. Because, you know, students sometimes are very impulsive. So we want to give them some of those foundation skills where they can demonstrate their emotional intelligence. That's where you rationalize before you do something. So we have so many of our students just doing things without thinking. They want to think after doing it. So the advisory period is going to give them an opportunity to talk about some life skills, things they're going to need in life. How do you make a decision? What are problem solving steps? As well as we're implementing Thriveway, as with some of our preventive measures. So we're so excited about our advisory period. So schools are implementing it twice a month. Mr. Rames, did you have anything else you want to add in?
Yes, I think it really, thank you so much, Ms. Randolph. It embeds that component of student voice. So it actually gives our scholars an opportunity to not just experience what it's like to go through maturation, but actually have that scaffolded with direct and explicit instruction. So we do use the Overcoming Obstacles curriculum, which is an evidence-based pedagogical practice. So it aligns within that SAFE model. So we have self-efficacy, self-management, and that component of student engagement. With the student advisory teams, we have 5 to 7 team members at each school. And there's an executive advisory committee that one member of those school-based teams serves on that committee. So it helps to provide that student input and student voice. So now we have that 3 or 4-pronged component of parent, teacher, community, and staff member or school leader model of decision-making. So it's important to have that shared and distributive approach to our school leadership so that everyone has a voice in the process.
I love it. And y'all know students first is one of our core values.
Yes.
And if you guys were talking, that's all I could think of is the fact that what you're doing is embedding students first in the work that we do and making sure that we're intentional about prioritizing student voice. So that's exciting. And I know we're in the process of doing our panorama assessments, which will give some really good intel to our teachers and staff as they're looking at how to take advantage of that advisory period. So that's fantastic. I'm excited about that.
And Dr. Williams, a lot of times we hear our students say that we don't listen and they want the opportunity to express themselves and do so in a way that it doesn't land them in trouble by, just speaking their mind. And so with the advisory periods, of course, that gives them the opportunity to, of course, be themselves and share out throughout. Also, we have mentoring, one-to-one mentoring, which is our second component or tenet of, our third tenet for Project SAFE. And Dr. Powell and Ms. Burton have been working on it. Can you all share some information also?
Sure. Again, good afternoon to everybody. Basically with the mentoring component, audacious project taken forth by our team, but the project consists of ensuring that every scholar in Selma City Schools has an opportunity to have a mentor. So currently, We actually start tomorrow at 8:30. The very first mentors come aboard from the University of Alabama to work with us to provide our scholars who are interested in mentoring from the health science related field. So that's tomorrow at 8:30. Will get us kicked off, and it's called Sparks on the UAB side of things. And those mentors will help our students to again look at health sciences. Also, they'll help with homework completion, again, career awareness, conflict management, problem solving skills. And also too, I want to quickly kind of give a shout out to one of our other partners, which is Wallace Community College, Selma, who's helped us partner with us to help us to provide a platform for our mentors to sign on, those interested in mentoring. And that should be up and running in the next week or so. So be looking out for our mentoring platform where those interested in mentoring can go ahead and sign up.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, it's called People Grove. And what I like about that is it will give our scholars and mentors an opportunity to connect virtually. Our scholars will be able to input, their needs, their wants, and our mentors will be able to, detail their area of focus, but still you'll see that information in, but that virtual option about People Grove. So yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing our partners at UAB in the morning for that kickoff. When you think about the medical field, it's so broad, and a lot of our scholars don't realize just what that continuum looks like as far as the wide range of career fields. So even though I know they'll be developing personal relationships, they'll also get mentorship that's aligned with helping them consider different career options, which is extremely important as we prepare our scholars to be successful beyond high school. Ms. Burton, did you want to add something in terms of the mentoring?
No, you all took everything from me, but I'd just like to say that that it is a very important resource for this particular project. And I just have to say kudos to Dr. Powell, because he has really done the legwork trying to make it happen.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, Dr. Ford, I know another piece that's new to this, and I think we're really just beginning to roll out Handle with Care.
Yes.
And, our scholars have life happen every day, right? And you never know what may have transpired the day before, the night before, over the weekend that just may cause them to need something different. And Handle with Care is one way that we're addressing that. Can we learn a little bit more about Handle with Care?
Yes, and it's one of the components also that's within our fourth tenet, which is learning supports. And so Dr. Smiley and Ms. Evans, please speak to Handle with Care.
Care was created so that we can gather input from our families. That way the families could let us know if something happened. You don't have to explain to us or let us know what the situation was. Just let us know if they had a bad night, a bad weekend, a bad day, or something. And all you got to do is say, handle my child with care, and give us his name, his school. And then that way we will let everyone know, from the principal all the way down to the janitor, even the cafeteria, like that we need to give this child an extra bit of love, an extra bit of time, an extra bit of patience and care.
Yeah, and we've seen benefits from it already. Some of the parents have actually reached out this week. We've had, a few deaths in the family among the community, and we've been reaching out to our families and making sure that our scholars, are receiving that extra love, support, and attention before they actually get started. The beauty of it is they are willing to still come to school, to be around their peers, but, not to just rush them into the work environment, but to give them a chance to just kind of reset. And that sense of normalcy is very important. So we're blessed.
And that's, that really does fit with the final tenet too, which is around engaging families, because, when we talk about addressing the whole child, really, in some ways, that means addressing the whole family. And I know that this will also involve looking at family engagement differently. And we're literally doing that by rebranding our what is it, parent coordinator position, where it's actually called a family engagement specialist now. And I know that that piece will fit nicely with the school supports, because, you know, we know parents are the first teacher and we need them to be a part of the team. So looking forward to the engaging families piece too. Anything else you want to add, Dr. Ford, about Project SAFE and what we can expect?
Pretty much, we have been working on Project SAFE since January of last year. So you can really expect that this is going to be something great. It will be comprehensive, as well as something that we're doing to ensure when we say whole child, that we're not leaving out a part of the child, that we're really targeting the whole child. So it's the best thing that I could think of really happening in the school district, when you really want to amplify the voices of your scholars and give every student an opportunity to be successful. And we're going to roll this out on tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll share with the school community tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll share with the community tomorrow, and do some caravans around our school district to make sure every teacher, every scholar, and of course every parent understands what Project SAFE is and how it's going to benefit them now as well as in the long run.
I love it. Oh, that is so exciting.
Dr. Williams, I want to also add, we're doing peer helpers, and that's mentoring with peer-to-peer support. So we're very excited about that. You know, we have the adult mentoring part, but we also have the student peer-to-peer mentor. So parents—
Would that be like an older child and a younger child, or
yes, older. Right now, we're just going to start within the school, where maybe an older one will connect to a younger one. Okay. And with this process, they have to complete an application, and you have certain qualifications. You're trustworthy. You can be a friend that you can be counted upon. So we're very excited about our peer helpers program for our mentoring, peer-to-peer mentoring. Also, you mentioned about the panorama. Our parents may get some information from the schools, but panorama is our SEL data component, and it gives us a perspective of how the teachers feel, how the parents feel, how the student feel, to make things better, to improve our practices that we're doing. So we're so excited about implementing our panorama survey to get some data for our school system to make improvements. Thank you.
A great reminder, because parents look for that information this week, right?
Correct.
The more data we have, the better we're going to be able to serve our babies and our families. So families, please look for that panorama information and complete those surveys. And I know it's happening in the schools right now too. I love that about the peer helpers, because to me, it sounds like when we talk about social and emotional learning, it's like putting it into practice, where scholars are able to practice those relationship skills and that conflict resolution and some of those other important elements of being healthy from an emotional standpoint. Because when we think about safety and wellness, our new area of the strategic plan, the safety piece is about physical and emotional safety. And I think a lot of what we're talking about today is more around the emotional part. And we're going to have a forum, and we're actually working with the high school to consider what this will look like, to talk about the physical safety piece also. Because, we know that we have situations that happen at our high school that cause concern. And I'm talking about students fighting. And they are a concern for us as well. And so when we think about safety and wellness, yes, this is more about the emotional piece, the mental health, the self-care, but we are also prioritizing that physical safety. So definitely look to hear more about our efforts along those lines also.
And Dr. Williams, can I add, it would be remiss of us to not thank all of our partners who have partnered with us in this endeavor. We have multiple partners throughout the community that we've called on for advice, input, to share their expertise, to ensure that we're really putting together a holistic plan where we're looking at it from the perspective of evidence-based practices, as well as research, as well as being practical in our approach to implementing the actual project. We also have partners outside of Selma who have partnered with us. And I mean,
UAB. I mean, that's
Yeah.
amazing that we've got that
It's
partnership
amazing.
kickoff tomorrow.
But a lot of time and effort, as well as connecting with others to bring this project to fruition, has actually been put in place. So I just want to thank the team here, our external team members, as well as the community for their assistance.
And thank you for your leadership as well, Dr. Ford. So we look forward to hearing more about Project SAFE, and definitely in seeing the impact that Project SAFE will have on our scholars and our families and within our schools. So yay, kudos.
Yay.
Well, Courtney, we had, like I said, a really exciting week last week. And I know we always wrap up Talk Soup by sharing shout outs and announcements and that sort of thing. And I mentioned at the beginning that, we did have our summit for our strategic plan. And so right now the draft has been shared and we also have opportunities to collect feedback. Can you tell us a little bit more about that process?
Yes, most definitely. So like Doc just mentioned, following our strategic planning summit last Thursday, we re-released our video so that if you were interested in hearing the rollout, you can. And that's still on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook. But the digital flip book for the draft as well as the feedback form is on our website. It's on our Facebook page, but also just recently at 12:30, because I just assumed most people were taking a lunch break, I sent you a text message. And so if you just got that, you can go ahead and click the button and flip through the plan, read through it. We really do want your feedback. We value your feedback and we do need that. So I encourage everyone to either visit our website after this, look on our Facebook page, or just check your text messages. I hope you haven't turned us off so that you can review our plan. And also wanted to just get straight into the shout outs, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, I just want to shout out this team, Raise the Roof. Can we still do that? Yes.
Yeah.
For your innovation. Right. Your innovation is amazing. And I love what it means for our scholars as well as for our families. But I also wanted to shout out again to Ms. Carmichael, our 5th grade teacher at Meadowview class. You are awesome. Yeah. And as well as to Dr. Jones, as well as to Dr. Ford. They both graduated from the Superintendent's Academy.
Yay.
So at Edgewood, shout out to Coach Reeser, whom I just met because he came on doing virtual learning, but
yes,
Blue Cross Blue Shield, and was awarded on the first time. So that was a $10,000. And that's amazing. So again,
awesome.
Edgewood. Yes, that is awesome.
And so, we have our board meeting next week, and we have a long list of Team Selma celebrations, which, that's my favorite part of every board meeting anyway. And I'm just really excited to celebrate some of what you just heard, but some additional shout outs and celebrations also. Good stuff, Team Selma.
Definitely. We will shout them out every day. It doesn't matter how many times you see it. We love celebrating our scholars, our community partners, our staff, because we're doing an amazing job. And in terms of partners, this week I just want to highlight Gospel Tabernacle. They just donated some more supplies to a few of our schools. So thank you again. He reached out, Pastor Grayson reached out to us and said, hey, we have this left over. We have it in abundance and we want to give it to the schools. And yes, sir, by all means, we do accept. And so thank you so much for your continued support of our scholars and our teachers. And an announcement, it is homecoming week at Saints.
Go Saints! Go Saints!
No school dance. I don't know if you guys see it. Do not call me lame. If you see me and you know me, I've done the Raise the Roof, and I think I was just doing the chicken head. But it calls for a celebration. It's homecoming week, Saints. Yes. And so our homecoming game is tomorrow, but of course you still have to go through gofan.com to get your tickets. And if you haven't seen them already, Selma High, the athletics page has already released those game day protocols. Please be sure to view them. The most notable is that GoFan. And then we're also asking for scholars that are under the age of 13 to be accompanied by an adult. So don't often leave. We want you to be there, parents.
Stay. Please stay.
Please. And no large bags. But most importantly, if you can, in a safe manner, come out to support our Saints. our scholar athletes are really looking forward to the support from our community. So shout out to the Saints over there at homecoming. And if you haven't seen the activities taking place, visit their Facebook page. Our scholars are amazing over there.
Today is Decade Day. I saw some interesting outfits for Decade Day.
I have to go over there and see it.
Go Saints. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I do want to also remind people that we are still in a pandemic, and we will continue to keep our dashboard updated. And we've been also pushing out a weekly update, just sharing what our numbers are and informing the community of our desire and ability to continue with in-person instruction, which we've been able to successfully do since the start of the school year. And we look forward to continuing that. We also share information about vaccination clinics as well as testing locations. And in the near future, we'll be sharing information about testing opportunities at our schools. So look to hear more information on that within the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, continue being dope. We have to keep doing our part every day because things are better. And I'm very optimistic that we're moving in the right direction, but the pandemic's not over. So let's continue to do our part every day so that we can get through the holidays safe and healthy.
Yes. Well, if you don't have anything else, and if our team doesn't have anything else, that is Talk Soup for today. Thank you guys for joining us, and join us next week.
What about our theme, Courtney?
I forgot the script.
Okay, so we always end with our theme. And we can, if you guys want to unmute and say it with us, we'll try to be in unison. I don't know if we got the choir director with us or not, but let's go through our theme. Just one time, our theme, everybody, is one team, one voice, committed excellence. Yes, and we are so grateful for you all being a part of our team. Thank you so much to Dr. Ford and our Project Safe team. And thank you, Selma community, for all of your support, and continue to do that. And I will just close by saying, go Saints. See you next time.